Yo.
Yo. Ladies and gentlemen, Drew Davis. Round of applause.
Yeah, I do.
Drew Davis, the founder, the CEO, the, I guess, mascot of Crippling Hot Sauce. And the reason, by the way, I got to say this, Drew, to your, it's not really to your face, it's more to your ear. Your story is fucking amazing. I want to bring that up to you because you were told you couldn't do something and you were like, hey, watch me. Asshole, I'm going to do it right here.
That's what they tell you all the time.
They tell me all the time. Your story is your story is a story of go fuck yourself. I'm going to prove you wrong. Drew, tell the people what happened. How did the Crippling Hot Sauce thing even start?
Yeah, so Crippling Hot Sauce started, as a school project, and how it came about is there was doing 2 days. There was a huge final project before Christmas break, so I was like, shit, what am I gonna do? So I look down, I look at myself, I'm like, I like making fun of myself, and I like hot sauce. So I come up with Crippling Hot Sauce with the idea to rewrite people's perspective around the disabled community and show people we have a sense of humor and we're just like you, normal everyday people. And I present the idea with to the class of doing this and donating 5% to cerebral palsy research. I turn in the project, get the grade about 2 weeks later back, and I look at it, it's an 82%. And I thought for sure that I was going to get 100. I put a lot of thought into this. I was like, how did I not get 100? As a straight A student, I was kind of weirded out by that. So I went up to the teacher at the time, asked him why. He's like, oh, I thought it was a decent idea. Just didn't think you could pull it off or do it. So I used that as motivation, turned it into a real business. And last year alone, we sold over 200,000 bottles.
Jesus.
And nowadays, I'm like, thank God for that teacher, because he gave me a full-time job and saved me a lot of money in college tuition. So,
how about that?
So, thanks for employing me. And maybe he didn't know something after all.
Now, Drew, let me ask: Did he think that you couldn't do it? Because the quote in the story, in the bio of the famous Drew Davis, the founder of Crippling Hot Sauce, he said it was unrealistic. End quote. Is that because is that because you have CP, because you have cerebral palsy, or did he think it was just whatever it was? Did he blame your disease, your condition on that?
No, he didn't really elaborate on that part. But I use it as motivation, and so I took it as he doesn't think I could do it because of my disability, because I knew that was what was going to motivate me in my head as much. But I still, to this day, even when talking to him, I don't know what he meant. He is super happy for me. We're all from a small town, so we're just happy to see each other succeed. And he's like, hey, you went out there and proved me wrong. Respect. And, we talk since. We're all cool. We laugh about it. It's kind of funny. But at the end of the day, what you have to realize, people's opinions are just that, opinions, and you can't let other people's opinions dictate what you do with your life.
God bless, you are amazing. That is absolutely. Me and Joe were just having this conversation before we went on the air about people's opinions. Opinions are like assholes.
Yep.
After a while, they're full of shit, and you don't want to.
Sure.
You know what I mean? And that's what it is. Now, when did you're now 200,000 bottles deep on the Crippling Hot Sauce, probably plus by now. And by the way, for anyone playing at home, 5% goes to cerebral palsy research when you purchase the Crippling Hot Sauce. So that's a big freaking deal right there. Now, we have some of the sauces, by the way, because you were nice enough to send me a bunch of the sauces here in the studio. What do you think is a hot sauce that we should try first? Because you also have some other stuff that seems not to be like hot sauces that you sent me. So where do you think we should start, and how crippling is the Crippling Hot Sauce?
No, none of it is that crippling. I just named it crippling because I thought it was funny. Now we do have a super small batch sauce that's actually re-releasing. Just ran out of stock this week, but it's called Ghost Pepper Palsy. That's our hottest.
Pepper Palsy. First off, Drew, can I tell you? You have a sick fucking mind, and I love you for that. First off, that's number one. You fit in perfectly on the show. We found a new friend. Now, I do have to. Now, I'm going to try the crippling agony right here, as you can see right here on the ham cam. Crippling agony. We have some chips here in the studio. Ricky, what are you trying?
Just parking mild.
All right, so you got the pussy flavor. You're having just mild.
I'm starting with that.
All right, I'm going to go over here with the crippling agony because I'm going to start off hot and see where I go with it.
It's got some carrots, red peppers, red bell peppers.
And this one, the crippling
habanero.
agony? Okay.
It's good.
It's meant to fire up your senses.
It's meant to fire. Now, is this going to, Drew, before Billy gives out the full recipe,
that's it.
Is this going to make me shit?
No, it didn't make me run for the toilet. I'm still sitting here.
Well, no offense, you're in a chair. That's not fair. You can speed off to the toilet. I have to actually run upstairs and shit.
The parking is a blend of peppers and molasses.
Mmm. Holy shit, that tastes good, too.
Tastes good.
Most hot sauces don't taste good. That tastes good.
I'm going to try the bacon one.
All right, give me a chip of that bacon one.
The special treatment?
Yeah.
Smoky barbecue.
Are you on their website, Billy? Is that where you're getting this from? Are you on the cripplingcompany.com?
Mm-hmm. That's where I am.
Drew, let me tell you right now. My tongue is vibrating. It is definitely a hot... The agony is nice and hot. I did put a lot on the chip, though. It was nice. But it also tastes good, which is kind of unheard of in, hot sauces. You normally just feel heat, and that's it.
Right. They tend to go for the heat and the burn, but when you add flavor, that's what it's really about.
Yeah, it tastes.
Now, Drew, let me ask you, do you come up with all the
flavors? I come up with all the flavors. It's all, kind of like my brainchild and what I bring to the table.
Excellent.
So I research, I develop, I put shit in the blender and see how it tastes. It's all trial and error, and then once it tastes good on a home level, I go and I bring it to our manufacturer, and they bring it to a kind of a mass-producible kind of concept, and we go from there.
All right, so now, Drew, do you, first off, the reason why I even booked you on the show, fuck the hot sauce for a second, was your attitude towards life. I got to tell you, you're one of the most positive, cerebral palsy people I've ever met in my fucking life. You make me laugh every time I watch the commercial where you go, I got cerebral palsy, and you don't. What are you, jealous? You literally, you have taken the bull by the horns in every shape, way, and everything. I wish more people were like you when it comes to that. What gives you the right, man, to, because most people that have your disease feel like, life is over. What the fuck? You're like a ray of sunshine in a bullshit world. Where does that come from, and have you been like this your whole life?
Yeah, I've been like this my whole life, and a lot of that comes from, my family. My family is a blue-collar family. Like, we just, have that sick sense of humor. My dad's a truck driver. My mom's a parole officer. So, I just grew up around it. My brother's a Marine.
No, there you go.
So it's just ingrained into me. And they did a really good job at not treating me any different just because I'm in a chair. And that's something that I am so thankful for.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people that don't have the mindset I do, it's not necessarily their fault. It's all, how you're raised and what's ingrained into you. So I'm just really happy my parents did what they did, and respect to them.
Well, you know what? If your parents still alive?
Yeah, my parents are still alive.
Are they near you right now?
They are not.
Okay, you're by yourself. Probably having a lot of women over later. I understand how you CEOs get. So, after you're done with your sex romp and the girls are done putting hot sauce on your hoo-hoo and all that good stuff, you tell your parents after you clean up that, let me tell you, you've done a great job raising this kid, because most people that have cerebral palsy will give up on life. This guy has proven the teacher wrong. He has proven scientists wrong, doctors wrong, everything. He has proven everybody wrong by being not just a guy who owns his own business, but a guy that still has a zest for life, where you don't always have that. I know people that have nothing wrong with them that are assholes. Right, Joe?
Absolutely.
And those people are assholes. And they don't go through their life with the same vim and vigor that you do. And it literally is like someone poured hot sauce in your butthole, because you're like fucking having a great day. You're like fucking, hey, I got fucking CP. That ain't going to stop me. And let me tell you, that doesn't always work in the world today. So congratulations to you and your parents for raising a good one. Congratulations on that.
Some parents give up on you.
Yeah, damn right. I have parents I know parents of, that's what I'm saying, quote unquote, normal kids that don't give a shit about their kids, don't teach them anything. You have learned life's lessons the right way.
Either that or they put on the kid gloves.
And treat him like fragile glass or something.
Put the bubble around him, and
that's a very important thing. What you're saying, the better. I hate to say this, but sometimes the more you give your kids, the worse it is.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You can't spoil them. This kid had CP, had a Marine for a brother, truck driver, dad, the parole officer, mom. They were not standing for that shit. They were like, look, guess what? You got CP. It doesn't define you. Let's make things happen.
Well,
and that's why now he owns his own company, for Christ's sake. I don't own my own company. Drew owns his own company.
Well, I tell people all the time, a parent's job is to prepare their children for life.
Yeah.
That's your job.
That's it.
That's your job.
That's your job.
Not to spoil them well into adulthood.
Or live their life.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. You have to prepare them for life.
Let me point out something right here. Cerebral palsy affects over 764,000 people across the U.S. It is a condition that throws curveballs every freaking turn, making the simplest tasks like they're climbing Everest. What, to you, Drew, what is that simple task that's like Everest to you? What's the thing that you can't stand that you can't do?
I mean, I always say, like, there's nothing, for the most part, other than, like, walking that I can't do. It just takes more thought behind it. But, like, as far as, like, what is, like, frustrating at times?
Yeah.
You know what's frustrating? It's, like, when you gotta, like, take a big, massive shit, but it takes longer for you to get in on the toilet because you have cerebral palsy, so you're like, having to hold it for longer. That's painful.
Oh, most definitely.
That is the true trials and tribulation of life.
Absolutely. I don't have CP. I don't want to hold my shit in either.
I had to hold one last night because somebody was in the bathroom.
Yeah, right. Imagine Drew. He's got to wait till someone like gets him to the toilet. Like, do you sleep in your chair or do they put you in a bed? Like, what's more comfortable for you?
Oh no, I sleep in a bed. I travel. I get on planes. I don't let cerebral palsy define me. I define cerebral palsy.
You're damn right you do. See, this is why I want to have him on, because he's not like an asshole. Like, he's more like, I got cerebral palsy, and what? And what do you got? There's nothing you can say or do to him that's going to knock him over.
Actually, like, that's my least favorite part of everything is, like, when people, like, basically they bring it up constantly that I have cerebral palsy, and that's never really in the front of my mind.
Now, Drew, how old are you?
I am 19.
19 years of age.
19 with a business.
With a business that's he's
genius.
Yeah, and would you say you're a thousandaire on the way to a millionaire? What are you?
Well, like anybody that owns a startup business knows with I mean that sales don't equal like necessarily money in your pocket, especially when you're scaling. So like personal money, I'm probably like money in my personal account, I'm probably poorer than everybody on the call. But I don't look at things in terms of money. I look at things in terms of impact and what we're building towards and what we're scaling to. So every dollar the business makes goes back into the business, goes back into supporting good causes, goes back into doing good things. And when it's my time to make money from Crippling is we'll know that. And when that time comes is when it comes. But until then, I'm focused on the mission because that's what I started and set out to do. I'm not stopping until that's done.
Yes, well, we want to get him. We want to get Drew enough money to have a girl in a bikini carry him to the toilet when he has to take that major shit.
Well, now you're talking.
Yeah. I want him to also have the ability to have his own toilet, like a nice, like a Drew-only toilet. You know, this is only his. Don't interrupt him while he's taking a poop.
That's every man's dream.
That's kind of a very broad thing to chase after because you can find one for $50 or $50,000. So we probably got to narrow in what we're looking for. But yeah, a girl in a bikini. Why not?
Why not?
Yeah.
And you know what? The more money you make, she can even be hot. A hot girl in a bikini. They cost a little bit more, but we'll make it happen. And what you people need to do... Go ahead. What you got, Drew?
I always say, like, be careful what you wish for. You can't have everything all at once.
Tell me about it. I have this show.
Life is all about stepping stones.
Damn right.
That's right.
And this is from a guy who doesn't step. He goes right through those fucking stones. He drives his chair right through that fucking brick wall because everyone told him he couldn't. So he goes, I'll show you, assholes. And then he goes out and does it. By the way, remember, every bottle sold, they donate 5% of the proceeds to cerebral palsy research. So here's what you got to do. You got to go to the website. Billy, what's the website?
TheCripplingCompany.com.
TheCripplingCompany.com. You need to buy the fucking hot sauces and all the other kind of sauces they have.
Get some shirts.
Get some shirts, get some hats, whatever you do. Because remember, $5 for every bottle. So right here, this bottle, no matter what it costs in the store, $5 goes to help CP. People with CP, that 746,000 people he was talking about before, this bottle can help. All these bottles can help. That's what you have to do. You have to go out there and you have to make it happen because there aren't all people like Drew who are out there being businessmen. Literally, there are people that are suffering way worse from CP. He's handling it like a champ. He's out there busting it. He's a beast. He's out there doing his job. He's handling everything. But there are people who need your help. That's why you buy the hot sauce. Not just because it tastes good. Ricky, how delicious is the hot sauce, first off?
Delicious.
Delicious hot sauce.
The hot one is hot, though.
Yes. Oh, the freaking...
is hot.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck Drew was lying.
So I had to go get the water.
Yeah, that crippling agony fucking... That was hot, dude. That was hot. That was a good hot sauce. But I like the bacon one. The bacon one right now has been my favorite.
You haven't tried the teriyaki.
I'm going to try the teriyaki in a few. I want to get a couple more plugs out here for Drew. Every sauce, though, that we've had, yes, it was hot. But the fact of the matter is, tasty.
Flavorful.
Yeah, different. I'm not even... Just because Drew's on the phone and he has CP, I'm not kissing his ass. I mean, he might have to take a giant dump, so I don't want to kiss his ass. But the fact of the matter is, best tasting hot sauce I've had in a while.
It tastes good.
It tastes good. That's the difference.
That teriyaki one, I could put that in my barbecue sauce.
There you go. Do you see what happens? Ricky from our show, Drew, is going to buy some of the teriyaki. He's going to help donate $5 for every bottle that he gets to cerebral palsy research, and then he's going to make a fine barbecue sauce using your freaking sauce, dude. So this is what I'm saying. Good stuff. I mean, if it was shitty, I'd tell you. I don't care if you got CP, young man. I'd tell you if it sucks. And let me tell you, it's good. It's delicious. It actually has flavor. Joe, you might even like this. You don't like hot stuff, but...
I don't like anything that burns my inside. I do like a small bite. Like, I like Dijon mustard. And I like
Dijon mustard, please.
And the Chinese hot sauce, the
Chinese mustard, yeah.
Yeah, I like that. But anything above that is like, a little much.
Drew, what other flavors do we have on the horizon? Anything like some secret stuff you've been putting in that blender, you said? Making that shit up? Anything coming up that you can give us a little privy to?
Not quite yet, but this summer we're gonna have some. We're working on some interesting stuff, and excited to showcase it.
All right, I am about to try the sweet and spicy teriyaki, aka Life's a Beach, from the fine people of Crippling Hot Sauce. Now, is this one hot, Ricky, or what?
Nah, the other ones are not. The other ones are not too hot.
All right, let me get.
But the hot one is hot.
Dab will do you.
And the prices are great, considering you're going to be donating and everything. So, hey, there's no excuse for people not to buy them.
Yeah, you see why that one would go good with barbecue
Holy
chicken
shit.
and barbecue
Okay,
ribs.
I'm changing my list. This one's now number 1. The bacon one's number 2 for me. And then the even though the fucking one that burnt my asshole, and I know it will hit me later, but the agony one that's fucking hot. This is sweet, hot, tasty, and a couple of drops in a barbecue sauce. You don't even need the whole bottle.
No, hell no.
Because it's
the
so.
whole bottle.
Let me ask you this question, Drew. How the fuck do you make? How are you getting such intense flavors? Because this is intense. That was a little drop I just had on that chip, and it's fucking good.
It's like I said, a lot of trial and error. To get to a finished product, you have to try a lot of shit that is not good.
No.
Mm-hmm.
I've thrown up a lot of times. Good sauces.
God, I love this fucking
the finished product. Just be lucky you didn't have to go through the roller coaster of emotions of tasting stuff, shitting your brains out. At least you might shit your brains out, but at least you get to enjoy the finished product.
That's true. He's right. The boy is right. Drew, where are you located? Where is the Crippling Company located?
Missouri.
Missouri. You ever come to New York?
Wow, the show me state.
I will actually, I think, be there in September.
All right, we need to meet up. We need to hang out. We need to friggin' show you the sights, the sounds of New York City. Plus, you better bring some hot. If you need to smuggle them in your fucking wheelchair. They won't fucking, because you're CP. They won't fucking check you.
Yeah.
We'll get that, and we'll get some drugs, too. We'll get it all in there. Get us some fine
TSA
Missouri stuff.
I can confirm TSA does check. Unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
What about if we tie it to your person? Like you get us some Missouri cocaine or something, but it was strapped to your chest.
Oh.
Look, he's 19, Billy. He's legal.
The prison wallet doesn't work. They check that.
Oh, they check that? See? How rude is the TSA fingering a butthole of a kid with CP? How fucking rude.
I mean, some people are desperate to get to that.
That's what I'm saying. Billy's over here telling us to stop. I'm saying that this man knows. Drew Davis knows that the TSA want to finger his butthole, and that's wrong. They should just let him. He has CP. You let him go right through. Like a parade float. He just goes right through, and he's fine. Because he's bringing everyone hot sauces.
If they just let me go right through, I feel like that's a massive security threat. Not me specifically, but I feel like you would have people faking wheelchairs that they're in wheelchairs.
Yeah, but see, but
they do it at Disney.
My wheelchair is documented everywhere. So,
well, Drew, look, I don't care about those people. I care about you. You're going to be my mule. You're going to bring some hot sauce from Missouri to New York. You're going to bring in the good stuff. We know you can because you've created some of the best stuff. I'm not even joking with you. That is some of the best tasting hot sauce I've ever had, and I have had a lot of fucking hot sauce in my life. Everything, the spices, the herbs, all that stuff. Drew, you knocked one out of a park. I need you to get me the number of your teacher so I can call him back and say, what an idiot you are, sir. because this is outstanding product, sir. This is good stuff. This is the best stuff, hot sauce wise, we've had in a while. Can't wait next week. Callie cooks. Maybe we'll have some of this as our toppings with other things. We'll try it on. Oh, I'll try it on that pizza. Oh, it's gonna be good.
Incorporated in everything.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Drew, we love you. Come back on the show anytime. You don't have to just bring sauces. Just bring your funny wit. Make us laugh and enjoy yourself. You are a CEO, the crippling executive officer of the cripplingcompany.com. The one and only. Round of applause, please, for Drew Davis.
Yes, sir.
He's got a business. You guys don't. Clap your hands for the one and only. Thank you, Drew.
Thank you. Have a great night.
You too, buddy. TheCripplingCompany.com. TheCripplingCompany.com.
See, it goes to show you that there's no excuses.
No,
that's so true. If you really want to do it,
it's no excuses.
You can do. We always make excuses for things that we should do and we don't do.
And let me tell you, for those fucking assholes that have the excuses, go look up TheCripplingCompany.com. That kid is stuck in a wheelchair. Literally still making, blending, creating, making his life. He's bringing some good to the world.
When you trying to come up with a recipe, bro.
Oh, yeah.
It's a lot of trial and error, bro.
And imagine, like he's saying, like, we got to break, I know.